What's up, everyone? It's your favorite optometrist, Dr. Darryl Glover. Happy Monday and happy holidays. Today I'm super excited because I get to hang out with one of my friends, one of my colleagues. Matter of fact, Ashley Mills is actually a member of the Defocus Media podcast because we always have her on because we love to bring her on because she always has great insight, great information, whether it's Vision Expo or whatever else that may be out there. Today we're going to talk about something that's going to be amazing. We're going to talk about leadership, the executive summit here coming up shortly, and some other things that can really talk about leadership in general. Ashley, it's great to see you. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing great. I'm always doing great when I'm hanging out with you. I love your new intro. That was very cool. Maybe for the holidays, someone will get me an intro like that.
Well, you see, you don't need an intro like that. Whenever you walk in the building, you got natural theme music following you everywhere you go. You're that
Obviously,
cool,
yes.
Ashley. It's no doubt about
Obviously.
it.
Right.
Well, check it out. I'm very excited today because we're going to talk about the executive summit and we're going to talk about leadership and we're just going to have a great conversation. But before we get started, for those that may live underneath the rock and never even met you or know who you are, give a brief background of who you are and what you do, if you don't mind.
It's my pleasure. I am Ashley Mills. I'm the CEO of the Vision Council. The Vision Council is a membership organization for all of the optical manufacturers and suppliers, designers, and retailers. And one of the things that we do and really believe in is professional development and industry education. And that's one of the things we'll talk about tonight.
Yeah, and I think that's a very important piece. You know, as eye care professionals, we are leaders in our communities. And it's very important to make sure that you have that professional development, that you grow as a leader. Because when patients come in, they look at you as the leader. You have the answers. They're coming to you because you're an expert. So it's very important to make sure that you're well polished and you're able to live up to that leadership. Let's talk about this executive summit if you don't mind. Where is it located at this year? Kind of paint the picture of what people will experience when they walk into this facility.
Oh, sure. So we're back this year and we're really, really excited about it. I feel like I've spent a couple nights on this with you talking about bringing events back in
Oh
person.
yeah.
So we're not done yet. We're going to bring the executive summit back now. The executive summit's a really valuable experience. It's a very small meeting. It's about 300 C-level executives, and it is an opportunity without any sales or business technically being done for these high level executives to come together, network, build relationships, find out what their peers and colleagues are up to, and take advantage of top notch executive level programming that the Vision Council puts on. So we this year we decided that it just felt right to meet in the middle, and we are meeting in Texas this year.
Okay.
We felt like it just felt cool and relaxed, and that's what people really love about this meeting, that you can learn and hang out and golf and get education. And I think it's going to be a really good vibe overall. So we're at the Omni Barton Creek in Austin, Texas, January 24th through 26th. Everyone we talk to, it just feels right. We have an awesome volunteer program committee at the Vision Council who helped put this together, and we all agreed this made a lot of sense for our first executive summit back after COVID.
I love it. I love it.
Mhm.
Whatever you can involve both business and pleasure,
Right.
sign me up. I am
Right.
there. That is fantastic news. And I know it's going to be very relaxing and it's going to be great, just to, all C suite executives, the movers and shakers in the eye care industry. It's great to be able to have an area or a platform where they can all come together and share ideas with each other and grow and learn from each other as well. Because we never have all the answers. We got to be able to grow together. And for you to be able to create a meeting like this or have a meeting like this is just going to help our leadership for eye care to grow leaps and bounds. So thank you for getting them back in person and making this happen, Ashley.
Thank you. That's really well said, and it gets to our theme for this year, which is a holistic look at how we all go forward together. And before you can advance the industry, you have to focus on advancing your company, and before you can advance your business, you have to work on the individual. So that could be yourself as an individual or your employees. And so we have a theme this year called It's All Connected, which really talks about individual wellness, employees, and yourself as a leader, and how that benefits the company, and then how that moves the entire profession forward. So I think we have a really strong program, and it really gets to the journey we've all been on for almost 2 years now, where if you're not taking care of yourself and your people, there's very little chance of a positive outcome further up the chain. So
you're speaking the gospel to me. I speak to a lot of students out there. As a matter of fact, shout out to all the students to all the schools that I went to. I just came back from SCO, Southern College Optometry. Students out there, very sharp, very bright. Been to New England College of Optometry, Nova, Pikeville, Keiko. And we got a bright future ahead of us. But the one thing I always tell the students is, when you're looking to join an organization, make sure, number one, you understand your purpose. Make sure you understand your vision. Make sure you understand your core values, and make sure you build a network that complements that. And most importantly, find an organization that complements that, so you can amplify your purpose and your vision. And that's essentially what you're saying. And that's what's going to take place with our industry when we have meetings like this. Now, I wanted to circle back because you had mentioned programming, and you were talking about, what this is going to look like slightly, but I want to dive a little deeper. If you don't mind, maybe just touching on some of the programs, because I know there's different topics like reset, the economic piece, consumer trends, things like that. Let's touch a little bit on that, if you don't mind, Ashley.
Sure thing. So one thing that we've heard, one of the many things, but one of the things that continues to bubble to the top is the need for a strategy to retain talent and also recruit and attract talent. So we're kicking off with what we're calling a reset with his name's Johnny Taylor. Sorry, Johnny Taylor. Tony's coming up next. Johnny Taylor's the CEO of the Human Resources Professionals Association. So it is his expertise to identify how you keep and retain and recruit talent. So I know that's a challenge for everyone out there right now on the industry side, as well as in practices, in labs, opticians. I mean, it's hard to find good people. So we'll start with figuring out how you structure and manage to retain and recruit top talent. So that's a huge problem that our industry wants to take on and dive deep into.
That's going to be interesting, Ashley. Let's talk about this a little bit, because I think with COVID, it's brought up a lot of red flags within our organizations, right? But with this reset, it's really going to be digging deep into your organization and figuring out why it ticks and why it moves and things like that, because you can't just bring someone like this to give this education to say, oh, you need to do more social media, oh, you need to do more LinkedIn. These organizations are going to have to really dive deep and pull out, go through the different layers and figure out what the real issue is. Because yes, it's one thing not to be able to find people to join your organization and work with you, but why is that? Is it your vision? Is it your mission? Is it your C-suite? Is it your reviews? I mean, there's so many different pieces that you have to dive deep into. So that's going to be a great conversation.
I think so too. And I'd like to commend and recognize the work you're doing with all the optometry schools. I'm doing quite a bit of work with the opticians as well. And the focus really is making sure that that students out there understand the opportunities within the optical industry and profession. And what a great career path this can be. And we're competing with many other professions for talent, looking at where they want to go on with their lives. And I do believe that this is a tremendous industry to join. So I'm out there talking about it. I'm glad you're out there talking about it. And then at the summit level, we'll be talking about how we build our respective organizations to
fantastic
people. Yeah.
What other topics do we have?
Oh my gosh. Well, we have, if you're a stranger to our meeting, we always have, we have like our our favorite headliner. His name's Brian Bulio. He's an economist, and I sit in the front row and take detailed notes, which I'll send to you if you can't come. But he predicts what's going to go on macro level within the next 5, 10, 20 years. And he talks about where you should be looking in terms of your business's investments, including talent retention, but also plays to make, and then also your personal economic and financial plan. So he is always a hit. And we have 2 former Amazon executives talking about their culture and how you build a high performance culture that is constantly innovating. So we have quite a bit of programming. And then we'll end it with a really inspirational story from a woman called Jessica Buchanan. And she was rescued by Navy SEALs. So she has a great perspective on just when you think it's over.
Right.
There's more, and it can be very positive. And I think she'll leave everyone really, really fired up. Plus, we have a tremendous amount of data and talent within the Vision Council. So we have our market research team will be presenting. We'll be talking about what to look for in consumer trends coming on the horizon, specifically with millennials. We'll talk about our advocacy strategy and how we're working to really champion the issue of vision and protect optical businesses in Washington. And then finally, I had mentioned him earlier by accident. We have Tony Byers. He's the director of diversity and inclusion at Cornell University.
Yes, I'm interested in learning more about like a fireside chat or something like that going on.
He is. So we've been committed to diversity and leadership and the connection between the two, and the connection between a thriving industry and a thriving business and diversity. And we've been committed to that for several years now. And so we're bringing Dr. Byers in to host a fireside chat. It'll be moderated by everybody's favorite. No, wait, you're everybody's favorite optometrist. Everyone's second favorite optometrist.
There you go.
Howard Purcell.
Howard Purcell by title. Howard, if you're listening to this, because he's going to be on the show soon, because we got some things to talk about as well.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Howard. Optometrist, Howard. I'm sorry. But no, that is Howard. I love Howard. Howard and I go back. As a matter of fact, one of our big podcasts early on was with Howard Purcell when he was with Essilor. And he let me ask him all the tough questions. And I asked him the tough questions, and he didn't sit back or push me back or say, no, I can't answer that. He took it on. So gotta love Howard and the things he's doing on at the New England College of Optometry.
He is well loved, and he'll be moderating this fireside chat with Dr. Byers. It's a complement to work we started years ago with Dr. Purcell also working on our diversity task force. And so we have recently partnered with Cornell University. They have an incredibly reputable DE&I certification program, and we've partnered with them. So we are announcing a Vision Council Cornell certificate that a cohort of vision leaders can participate in, and you'll be part of a vision cohort, but also have the opportunity to mingle with colleagues outside of vision. So at the end of it, you'll have the certification that you've gone through and really studied how to build an inclusive culture and mindset going forward. And I think that's really like the punchline of all of the research we've done, is that it's good to know where we are. I'm not shocked. I know we need to do better, but what can I do personally? And so we're trying to give tangible actions that people can do. And this is one of them. You can sign up and be part of this program, which I'm really excited that we can offer.
Yeah. And, I want to touch a little bit more about this partnership and this certificate. Mm-hmm. Is this certificate piece open to anyone and everyone that's out there in the eye care industry that wants to learn more and get that certification?
Yes. And if you'd looked at, many people looked at it last year, it's available as a standalone through Cornell. What we were able to do is partner with Cornell and open it up to 35 people to get the joint certification, Vision Council and Cornell. So it is open, space is limited. It begins in January. So if you're interested, go to visioncouncil.org and please register. We've had a lot of really good response to it. And I'm just thrilled that we could offer something tangible. And when it's done, in addition to everything you've learned and all of the people that you've met, you'll be certified. You'll have that certification, which is highly, highly respected.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And for those that you want to read more about it or learn more about it, definitely hit up the Vision Council's website. You can learn more. Check out their press release. Just check out that website down on the bottom of the actual live stream here, and you can learn more. But this is great. I'm glad that the Vision Council put together this advisory board for diversity. We need that. We have to realize that by 2045, there's going to be more minorities in the world, or the minority is going to be the new majority. And I think now, under the age 5, there are more minorities than the majority than we've seen previously. So, in order for us to be able to be prepared and be able to give the ultimate patient care, we have to be able to accommodate with the patients that's in front of us. We have to be able to serve those patients that are in front of us, and we can't do business the same way. So it's going to be important to understand different backgrounds, different cultures, and how to communicate, and make sure you have the right products and services in your office to be able to continue to give that ultimate patient care. I mean, look, eye care industry, we have the best profession. As I always say on this show, we are the gatekeepers into the healthcare system for patients. It's no doubt about it. But we can also be the gatekeepers to the healthcare system to be number one, to be the role model for people to see that we know and understand the importance of diversity, and we're going to do it right, and everyone else should follow us because we have it down. And with this program that you're doing, Ashley, this is fantastic work. There's a lot of organizations out there that's doing some great work. One of the organizations that I'm a part of, Black Eyecare Perspective, we're doing some incredible work in this space as well. And as a team and as a family and as an industry, if we work together, we can really make an impact and make a change as well. So I'm super excited about this.
We are too, and I think you nailed it. And Tony will also speak about this, but we are going to get to the employment culture, but then also to the patient care culture and the customer, and it's all completely related. And I'm excited. I was up at the Academy meeting with Dr. Purcell and others speaking about this, and when you look at optometry students and talk to them about inclusion, gosh, they get to graduate and build their practices and how they're going to manage and work and treat patients the way they intend to go forward. And I think that's a really exciting proposition. And this program will definitely address that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I'm super excited about it. You're doing some fantastic work, which is no surprise. The $1 million question that I know everyone's wondering and asking when it comes to this executive summit, safety. Safety is a big deal. How are you dealing with safety with COVID-19, different variants, all this stuff out there? What's the deal with safety?
I'm really proud to say we had a staff meeting today and we talked about it internally, but I'm really proud to say we ran 2 Vision Expos last year during COVID safely and successfully. So I know we know how to do it. For the summit, the summit's a really small meeting. It's a couple hundred people. It's an executive level meeting. So we decided to bring this back online this year. No, not online. We were online last year. To bring this back into person this year, we were going to make it a fully vaccinated meeting. And that's how we're doing it this year. I'm open to ideas for next year, but for this year, we are asking that if you're not vaccinated or can't be, that we'll see you next year.
Yeah.
This year, we need everyone to be vaccinated.
Hey, I love it. That's the right thing to do. We have to be safe. We got to protect our patients. We got to protect our team members, and we got to protect our families. So I align with you 100%. Ashley, I just want to say thank you. This has been fantastic. I would love to, maybe just, I always like to let my guests, especially a family member of Defocus Media, just leave us with any last, information, tips, whatever you like to share with the world prior to us leaving this evening.
I think I just want to thank all of you. This has been such an incredibly fun talk, and you've gotten me through like the COVID epidemic. Thank you. I love talking with you. But I'd like to thank everyone. You're doing amazing work. You're treating patients. You've been doing it safely and responsibly for almost 2 years now. Like I know we can do we're working within a really difficult situation, but we're going forward. So thank you all for showing us how to do it and that it can be done.
I know that's right. Well, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you hanging out with me. This has been great. Everyone go sign up, check out the Vision Council's website. Make sure you sign up for that certificate. If you have any questions, hit up Ashley Mills. Ashley, we're going to have to bring you back for Vision Expo. We're going to have to talk about that because I know it's going to be in New York. It's going to be amazing. I cannot wait to get back into person and shake hands and kiss babies and be in a big city. I am looking forward to it, Ashley.
We are as well, and I will come back because there's always another expo coming. So we'll always have something to talk about.
I love it. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. It's your favorite optometrist, Dr. Darryl Glover. Stay healthy, stay blessed, stay positive. Until next time, peace.